Alright, so I have a few movies here to show you that I want to dive into, and one DVD. The rest of these all being 4Ks. So let's just get into this DVD. This is another Ultraman. It's Ultraman Z-Earth? No, it's Ultraman. I think it's Ultraman Earth or Z-Earth 1 and 2. These are just movies. And, yeah, this was like $12. And again, I've mentioned before that Ultraman, whenever they're cheap enough, I just grab them because I need to complete my Ultraman sets because I'm way behind on those, so I just grab that. Next up, I opened this just to pull out the digital. I feel like in videos, it's really hard when you're opening stuff not to accidentally show people the digital. So I just need to start opening these things off camera. But Glass, this is the conclusion to the trilogy that was Split, Unbreakable, movies that were never meant to be a trilogy. This was $13 on 4K, and I've been meaning to complete that trilogy set. I do not have Split on 4K, but I do have Unbreakable, which I love, and I do have Split, and I'm thinking about doing like on my second channel however I get Split on 4K trilogy review of these, kind of talk about what worked, what didn't work about each one, because I really like Unbreakable and Split a lot, and I really like aspects of Glass too. I actually really liked Glass when it came out. You saw my review back when that movie came out. I don't stand by a lot of my old reviews, but I did have some pretty positive thoughts back then. This one is pretty interesting. This was not on sale. It was not cheap. And the reason I bought it is this. Every Christmas, every Thanksgiving, every Halloween, I have a desire to go back and watch the classic Peanuts holiday specials. But I never do. And I just said, to hell with it. I'm not going to let another Thanksgiving go by without watching a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. I would said Halloween, but that's already passed and I watched it. So this was $30 on 4K, which is kind of ridiculous because... So these are both... So two of these are 27 minutes long, and one of them's 25 minutes. So you're getting 3 shorts that are less than an hour each, and you're paying $30 for them. It's crazy, but I've never seen these on 4K. You got crisp. These discs are... No, Tito. Sorry, my dog wants to get into everything, and that's includes the disc I'm dropping. But this is... So you have a Charlie Brown Christmas, a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving on 4K, and then a Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown, which I'll probably watch after I'm done recording this video. I know I'm late. It's Halloween's over, but it feels like, you know what, to make up for it. And then I got the Blu-rays in there. And I think that's the problem with this set, is those Blu-rays are in there. They should have removed them. Every time they make multi-disc sets with unnecessary disc like that, if you got them in 4K, why do you need them on Blu-ray, right? These are so short that you don't have to have the 4K and the Blu-ray. And here's the real reason they put Blu-rays and 4Ks in your package. It's because they're worried about compression. And so with a 4K movie, they can't put all the bonus features on the Blu-ray disc, or like they would do with the normal Blu-ray disc. You get the movie and the special features all in one disc because of compression, right? But these are shorts, so they could have done that without any compression. So it's unnecessary discs that they produced and made this set very expensive. But I'm glad I have these, so now I can watch them. Like on Thanksgiving, probably before I go to work that day, because I'll probably end up working Thanksgiving, I'll probably watch this and probably do some holiday themed reviews around those. That'll be fun. And then I ordered the Scream Factory 4K because it went down in price, and that's the Prince of Darkness. So I have 3 John Carpenter movies that on 4K from Scream Factory that I have not watched. This is one of them. I will be watching this very, very soon. But Prince of Darkness is really, really... That's cool. I do really like this slipcover. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. Actually, let's just open this up. I have not shown this to you yet. different artwork for each disc. You know, tons and tons of bonus features. Look at that. Shit ton of bonus features. This is like $22. And for Screen Factory 4K, I think $22, $20 is a pretty fair price for these. And then finally, guys, the last one here. I'm pretty excited about this. What this one is. Not so much the movie, and I'll explain why not so much the movie. I was excited when I ordered this, but I honestly, not necessarily regret, but I am having some little bit of buyer's remorse, and let me explain. So for years, I have wanted to take part in the Criterion sale that happens in November, but I just never end up doing it, and that's just simply because, you know, before this year, I really didn't plan for these sales. I didn't have money, and this year I said I'm going to have the money ready to go. I'm going to do it, and that is the Criterion sale, and I decided it was finally time to do the Criterion sale this year, and I did it this year, and I have more of these on the way, but this is the first one that showed up, and let's get into this. And that is Pink Flamingos. This is a John Waters movie. Now, if you I mentioned John Waters a couple days ago. I ordered his Funko Pop. So when this is one of the ones that I said when the sale goes live, I gotta grab Pink Flamingos, because this is probably one of his most famous movies besides like Hairspray and Cry Baby and some of his other ones. And I heard this film referenced, but I didn't really know what it was about or what it is. And here's where the buyer's remorse kind of came in. I looked up some reviews after I ordered it, and it is supposedly very disgusting. It's about characters who are trying to be the filthiest people alive, and that made me go, oh. So I'm kind of in for an interesting movie. I don't know necessarily in a good way or bad way, but it did make me go, all right, I do now really do need to check this film out. I also didn't know this film was NC-17. I thought it was R, but it's NC-17, so it's going to be hard to watch because it's a very explicit movie. But I'm still going to watch this movie. I think it's going to be an interesting movie, but it just was it was an interesting thing to find out about this movie. It's supposedly one of the most disgusting movies ever made. Though maybe it won't turn out to be as disgusting for me. I don't know. I don't really know too much about this movie, but I'm glad I grabbed it. This cover's nice. Not too much. It doesn't really say too much about the cover though. I'm sure it would make more sense. And then you got this cover here on the inside, which is interesting. And then you got this here on the back. The little thing says John Waters, 1946. Pink Flamingos, 1972. It's this interesting portrait of the filthiest person alive. Okay, so this is obviously the portrait of the filthiest person alive. And then you get this. Usually you get a booklet with this one, but it's kind of interesting here. This is more of a poster, and I think my thing with Criterion posters, I debate a lot. Do I put these? Oh, these are posters. These are newspaper clippings with like little read-ups about the production, casting credits, and reviews and stuff. This is interesting. It's because the photos of the definitive or the divine filthiest person alive. That's an interesting description for someone who's the filthiest person alive. You know, John Waters is actually a fan of the Criterion Collection, so I have a feeling that we will probably see more of his films in the Criterion Collection. This one actually came out earlier this year, and when this was announced, I actually was really excited to get this one whenever the sale went live at some point. I have a long list of Criterions I want to get. I barely have any, so this was a great one to grab. Do not know too much about this. Again, going to be an interesting watch whenever I have the time when no one's around, because very adult film, and I have younger siblings, so it's probably going to be hard to watch whenever they're not around. But I really enjoy a lot of John Waters movies, so excited for that.